Hello, welcome back to Surya Rashmi meditation. Is it okay? The sound is okay. Can you just make? Because last time I had some trouble with sound, so I hope today it's working. Okay, so it's very okay. Okay, so welcome back to this channel, Surya Rashmi meditation. So today it's a bit special. Today it's a bit will be a longer live in the future, let's say live or let's say video. It won't be that long. Okay, so don't be let's say thinking like, oh, it's too long, too much talking and everything. So today it's a bit special because we're going to explain a little bit this name, Surya Rashmi. Why do we choose this name for this channel? Even it's a very small channel, but still it's a very big name. So first, what we have to keep in mind, and it's very important, it will be very something that will come again and again in this process of learning meditation, is you are in front of one aspect, which is kind of the external aspect. And this word is very also important. You will study in the future what we call no in Tibetan, and it's generally translated by nature, but that's not really the correct and accurate translation. It will be more like surface, okay, or face, something like that. So you come in front of some face or some surface, okay. So that will be the external aspect, but you cannot stay there. We have to go deeper and deeper, and that's what we will do every time. So even on the first video of the step or the first step of meditation, it will be measure the step, and it's a bit like that. We start on the external aspect of relaxing the body. That's, I mean, it's not even something that no one knows. Everyone knows that, but in fact, you will see there is a much deeper layer about that. Okay, so in Buddhism or Tibetan Buddhism, we always think in this way. There is this external aspect, internal aspect, then you go to secret and extremely secret. But when you say this word, secret and extremely secret, it's very important to keep in mind that nothing to do with someone that no one telling you, you know. So maybe I'll say something people won't be happy, but anyway, so I'm going to say it nevertheless. So the thing is, when you think that this teaching is secret and you have to go there and pay a lot of money to get this secret, that's not the point, because it's not secret because no one telling you. It's secret because our ordinary mind is not subtle enough to grasp it. Okay, so that's very important. So this is always the idea of secret. It's not something about something like you you need to access to belongings to some group or anything. That's not the case. That's just you have to deepen your meditation in order to grasp those aspects, which are actually very subtle. I can say maybe 3 words to describe them: subtle, maybe too subtle, too simple, or too close. So this way we cannot access it. It's through meditation that we're going slowly to aspect, I mean, to grasp or to, let's say, live or experience those aspects. Okay, so that's the idea. So here we have this word, Surya Rashmi, means know so much. Okay, so we're going to explain today the external aspect. Okay, and it's important to know that it's not just like, okay, I explain the external aspect and then you have to, I would say, register or to do some other thing of the course. No, that's not the point. I will expect everything in this channel. Everything is free and you're always welcome, and there is no like something like it's a taser and then you have to belong to some group or whatever. So that's not the case. Everything will be explained in this channel, and the secret, the external, internal, and secret, all the aspects. Okay, so don't worry about that. Some people say something like, I'm going to only explain the external. That's not the case. Okay, so this external aspect first. So we go Surya Rashmi. So first, what we have to understand, if you translate it literally, Surya is the sun, just the sun. Okay, and Rashmi or Rasmi in Sanskrit, it means the ray. So it becomes a ray of sun. Okay, that's it. That's the only symbol meaning of this word, Surya Rashmi. So when you think about that, there is a lot of explanation. This is why this live will be a little bit long. Okay, so sorry if you think it's too long and you're already bored, you can just relax and you can see the video afterward. It will be on Facebook. Oh, no, not on Facebook, on YouTube afterward. Anyway, so this idea of ray of sun. So we need to think about the sun. So the sun is such important energy for Earth. It makes everything grow. It dispels all obscurity. It brings life. It, let's say, allow life to grow. And it's due to the sun that the quality and everything we can enjoy is there. So that's very the idea of Surya Rashmi. This channel very humbly, try to bring light, dispel obscurity. And as the sun is not partial, sun is not like, I'm going to give light to those people, but no, those people I'm going to let them in the shadow. No, the sun is just in the sky and everyone can enjoy it. Okay, everyone can access to it. So this is the idea. This channel is also impartial. It's like the sun in the sky. There is just this knowledge, and everyone is, how I say, is welcome to enjoy it. It's just that. So that's the idea of Surya Rashmi, the first aspect. And then when we're going to talk about this ray of sun, it's very specific. I mean, there is a lot of things to say about it. The first idea is the ray of sun is very beneficial. It brings, as we said, life, light, and everything. But you have to be on the right position. Okay, if you're too close to the sun, then it's problematic. Like in those planets, like Mars and everything, they are really too close to the sun. So even it seems good to be close to the sun, but everything is burned and there is no life over there. So that's telling us maybe some idea also about the position we should have toward everything we're going to discover through meditation. It's very important to be at the right place, to be humble and really not move too much. Otherwise, if the spirituality, might say the spiritual path, degenerate, and there is nothing worse. There is nothing worse. Geshe Tenge, I'm going to talk many times about Geshe Tenge in one of my first, let's say, Lama. It was not easy on me. But anyway, I hold him a lot really. And you can check it, Geshe Tenge in Virginie in south of France. It's a great, great Lama. You can definitely see his teaching and everything. It's a wonderful Lama. And so he was saying, there is nothing worse than someone using spiritual knowledge or teaching of Buddha or Dharma, whatever you call it, in order to increase his own ego, in order to develop afflictive emotion. There is nothing worse than that. And he once saying is even worse than someone doing wrong action, like killing or stealing or whatever. And it's like surprising, like how, I mean, these people are doing so wrong. What is worse to use spiritual, let's say, knowledge or discovery to increase afflictive emotion is, what Geshe Tenge was explaining. Because both for those people, like they're doing wrong action right now, but there is still the opportunity for them to change. They didn't encounter the path. They didn't encounter the teaching of Buddha. So they have still this opportunity. But if someone has encountered the teaching of Buddha, the spiritual knowledge and everything, and use it to be like, I don't know, thinking is better than the other person, is greater knowledge or greater experience or whatever, and develop a lot of pride, a lot of afflictive emotion. That's really the worst. Because it's like what Geshe Tenge was saying, it's like water become fire. So water is here to, let's say, extinguish the fire. But if the water is becoming fire, what you will use to extinguish the fire? Nothing. There is nothing left. So this is why here is very important. Whatever we're going to experiment or discover, or I mean, this wonderful part of meditation, just keep it very low profile. Don't thinking like you're going to be someone better than the other one, and very, very be humble. And I don't like to to quote so much. People are already in this cell, so they can speak for themselves. But this, I think, it's good because you will remember very easily. So I was in India. I was listening some teaching of His Holiness Dalai Lama, present Dalai Lama teaching, and he's saying in Tibetan. So it's not something I read, something that I hear from my own ear. I was there, and he's saying that. And he says something very very special. And talking about himself and his own realization and quality. He says this in Tibetan. He says, Na kanyan shigime. Na kanyan shigime. So now let's translate. Okay. So now it's easy. It's I. So I. Okay. And Kong, Kong, the idea of Kong is like whatever you imagine, whatever you can think about, whatever field of knowledge, whatever this is this Kong. Okay. So it's very wide, very vast. It means like everything. And then Yang is like even. So whatever you think about, even this, and what he was saying like Shigime means I don't know. So basically what he said is like whatever you think about, whatever field of knowledge or whatever, this, even this, I don't know. I don't know anything. And of course, he's His Holiness Dalai Lama, so he has a certain status and he have to, let's say, like improve his authority over other people. And he says something to, let's say this one. He said, Tep caché lobai. Tep caché lobai means I read maybe in past, I read few book, you see. So I was joking thinking of that, but I think it's very important. It's like you can remember that, then you will see where is your position. Okay. So I can say when you will reach His Holiness Dalai Lama spiritual level, means like the profundity of his practice, people life he changed over the course of his life. I mean, it's completely unbelievable. So at this time, you can proudly say, I don't know anything. Okay. So until that, we cannot say so much, right? So that's a bit joke, but at least, I mean, also it's very important. Okay. So always try to be on the right, let's say, position towards this connection, towards this knowledge. Don't overcome. Otherwise, it's burn. Or you far away, you too far. If you like completely, let's say, you discover something, maybe during your process of meditation, but at some point you get caught up with life and everything, and then you get too far from the sun. Then it's the same. It's like Pluton or whatever. There is no quality over there either. So you don't have to be like too far, but not too close, at the right position. So that's very important. Okay, so that's the first aspect of Surya Rashmi. The other one aspect, and it's very important, it's those rays of sun are very, very beneficial, normally in general, but also there is a very lot of power, a lot of energy in it. But you need to focalize them. If they are focused, those rays can burn, can destroy. So these ideas apply also to our meditation because its channel is Surya Rashmi meditation. So those rays of meditation, rays of sun of meditation that slowly we will discover and let's say kind of master a little bit in our own inner being need to be focalized, need to be focused in order to bring the result, to burn all the obstacle, all the afflictive emotion, all the difficulty we have. So this is important. We need to focus. Otherwise, meditation is just something pleasant. It could calm off your mind. Like some people, we have a small group here where I live. There is some people, and one of the ladies, she was learning meditation, and for 25 years, something like that, she's just go back from work and sit without thinking about anything, and that calm her mind. Yeah, okay, but meditation is much more than that. There is like this clarity. That's so much things that can come out of that. So if you just don't, if you don't have this, let's say, advice or instruction to focalize Okay, those rays of sun, it cannot burn anything. It's enjoyable like the sun, but it cannot really have the same effect. So that's the idea also of Surya Rashmi. Okay, and then Surya Rashmi is also I did it on purpose. I didn't use the Tibetan word because if I use the Tibetan word, everyone will know. Oh yeah, we know this one. So this in Tibetan is Nima Özer. Nima Özer. So it's one aspect of Guru Rinpoche, Padmasambhava, and it's not a very, let's say, can I say that? Uh, some common aspect, a little bit on the shadow, a little bit like, oh, what is going there? It's, I mean, not really kind of right away kind of aspect we think about Guru Rinpoche. So it is yogi aspect. So it's completely like a yogi. And if you see that, it's very like not nude, but almost just a small like kind of clothes. And a yogi don't have so much possession. Maybe you have his kadvanga. We need to think about and talk about this kadvanga maybe in a future video. What's the meaning of that? You have his skull cap, a lot of meaning also there. And maybe that's it. Maybe some carpet of animals, could be a tiger skin or a deer, white deer skin, this kind of thing. Maybe is meditation belt, and that's it. So that's very, very simple aspect. So here, in this aspect, Padmasambhava kind of showing us, the simplicity we need to have toward meditation, to have this yogic attitude, and here it's very important to have this kind of, I can say, motivation, or this kind of way of doing meditation, not on the external aspect, but on the yogic aspect. So now when I say that, what do I mean by yogic? Because it's a very common word, like everyone doing yoga and everything. So, but we still need to think about that. So yoga, if you translate in Tibetan, means neljor, neljor. And if you are a yogi, someone who are doing yoga or meditation, whatever, this will be a neljorpa. Okay, so what is the purpose of the neljorpa? And this is also, when I start this channel, I don't have any so much experience on video and things like that. So I ask a lot of advice, and also about meditation, about content. I have a lot of for very nice people and friends around. And some of my friend, it's called Bertrand. He's a monk before he was monk, but it's a great artist. He can, whatever he touch become art. It's an amazing guy. And he was telling me it's good to have a arrow, but you need a target. Otherwise, where you are pointing where? I mean, where you are pointing your practice, your meditation. And I think it's a good point. So if we think about what the purpose, what the how here, what is our target, it will be towards this Neljor idea. This is why this name Surya Rashmi, because right from the beginning, we kind of embrace this kind of yogic attitude toward meditation. Okay, and this yoga, if you want to know, Nel Jor, Nel it means nature, and Jor it's to be in union. So you become, you are united, or you are in union with nature, and that's very important. And that's really our focus here. Every step of this way will be toward this objective, which is very simple. Basically, it's not like something we far away to reach. It's just here, right now. The nature of our body, nature of our breath, or we can say wind. We go into this in vast extent, this wind thing, and then, of course, finally, nature of our mind. Okay, so that's very the idea. If you want to put the target somewhere, it will be there. So every meditation, we kind of always have this kind of attitude, the yogic attitude. That's kind of nice word to say, but you have to mean something. Okay, not just thinking about uh, external aspect here. Okay, we need to inside have this kind of attitude, a yogic attitude toward meditation. So The idea here is to use meditation and find each step. Okay, so we see the name of the, let's say, I would call this course or whatever you call it. It's step. It was the first step, then the second step, and many steps will come. And if I want to explain also a little bit this way, people know a bit better. We will use also the element. We will use also the elements: earth, water, fire, wind, space, and maybe first, yeah, air and space. So that will be very important in our practice because we are based on those elements. So that will be, for example, in the next course when you're going to do the second part, second day of meditation, or the second step, you will be on board earth. And for quite a long time, we need to study in different kind of meditation related to earth. So that's the idea. So we with this idea of Neljor, we become like thinking about go back to nature, go back to nature. The thing where how they are in without so much fabrication, so much like doing. So that's very important. That you will see more and more. This is very important. Okay, so this, and you will see there is many things to say about this aspect of Surya Rashmi, this aspect of Padmasambhava. So it's a bit very special because in his left hand, okay, he hold a ray of sun. That's very kind of unique. He hold a ray of sun, and it's kind of holding it, making like a point, see. And this aspect, why I understand in the external idea, it's a bit like, okay, there is a ray of sun, there is this extraordinary powerful, let's say, energy in the sky that bring life and everything, but you need to be focused, need to be like toward one point. Okay, so this is really what you're going to do here. Like each step is one point in order to focus this, let's say, solar energy, okay, of meditation. But at the same time, you see, it's no joke. You know what I mean? If you think about the sun and you enjoy, you can have ice cream and it's okay. That's meditation in general. You can like, okay, I go back to work. Maybe I'm a little bit tired. I'm going to do meditation, and this way I feel more relaxed and everything. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. There is no problem here. But if you're thinking, okay, now I'm going to use, uh, like maybe a magnifying glass in order to focus the ray of the sun. Okay, and if you do that, you can burn things, right? So you have to know where you are going to put this focus ray, because now it's burning, now it's powerful, and it changed things. It like it's changed paper into fire or wood into fire. So it's no more like relax and enjoying just the sun. So that's very important. That's very important because we're going to, through this process, discover a very powerful, transforming aspect of meditation. Really change completely a way we perceive ourselves, a way we perceive our life, a way we perceive even the world around us. Okay, so this also in this first like video about Surya Rashmi, the external aspect. It's a bit like an invitation for people kindly following me on this little channel to try to see in themselves what is their motivation, where they want to go with meditation. And as we have said, it's not just relaxing our mind, it's much deeper than that. But another thing is, are we, let's say, ready to welcoming this powerful energy in our life? So also maybe we can think about another thing, because we say sometime in Buddhism we say we should stay without hope and, I cannot say, doubt. We say this one. Okay, stay in between hope and doubt. But maybe there is also some doubt. For example, like is it really something that's true, that meditation can really transform me, become someone different? Like now, right now, maybe I have some hunger, I have some, I don't know, addiction problem or any, uh, I don't know, some deep state of mind or from the past or whatever. But meditation, as you're going to explain or you are saying, is like could transform me, to could burn away all these different afflictive emotion, of these different, um, let's say, weird thoughts, weird kind of maybe behavior. Is it really something that's true, that could have this thought? Or maybe someone very new, because this channel, as I say, it's open for anyone. You can start. There is no need to be even Buddhist or whatever. You can just come and enjoy and practice with us. And so maybe you have some hope as well. Like, I don't transform myself. I want to become a better person. And I really want that meditation can do this for me. So there's this hope. So all these different things. Okay. So what we going to do as this short kind of meditation, it will be always like that. Not so long talk. Today was very special because I have to introduce to this aspect of Surya Rashmi. But after it will be much more shorter, like straight to the point. One point, we're going to maybe meditate on this point, and we'll see. Maybe you can meditate maybe 1 5 minutes or 2 5 minutes. We will see what is the easiest and the best for all of us. But anyway, so today, meditation is very personal. That's another aspect. You cannot say our aim is this, so everyone have to go in the same direction. No, everyone is different. One have his own way of thinking, of um, living meditation and living this spiritual path. Some people are very, very practicant for a very long time, so they know already a lot of things. So anyway, so here tonight or today, it's early for you, I'm going to just reflect about that. What is meditation for us? What place of meditation we have in our life? And when we say meditation, we're talking about here this Surya Rashmi meditation, this ray of sun meditation that can burn away and transform us, let's say, innerly. That's very important. That's not just something like you, I'd say, you expect normally from meditation. I think I maybe you'll be criticized, critic, but some people, I don't know, we use sometimes meditation a little bit like a tennis school. You do play tennis. You feel like maybe you have some stress or some frustration with your boss, or I don't know, something in your life with your family or whatever, and then you go, okay, I'm going to go and play tennis, and then I will be a little bit throw away all this tension into the ball, and then I will become relaxed. That's okay. But so the thing is, you don't come to meditation with the idea of it will transform yourself. You will become someone different. You don't have this idea in general. So here in this Surya Rashmi meditation, that's absolutely the opposite. Every time we sit, even for just 5 minutes, we will become someone different when we wake up. That's very important. And that's also no need to be some expectation, but that's the idea. It's like these 5 minutes, it's a very important. It's your like a temple. It's like we say in Buddhism, like the mandala. You will see the mandala. It's very important in this aspect of meditation. But so some places that hollow the transformation, the inner transformation. And this is why I'm not going to guide and say you have to think of this and that. No, I'm not going to do that. It's just yourself. You are your own guide. And it's very important, because if you want to go from this little explanation to mastering meditation or using meditation as a means of transformation, you have to be able to know how to do it right from the beginning. So on the first step, you see, okay, you are someone is holding you one next to it, but You are the one. You are the one walking. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, so don't. Maybe at some point I can guide a little bit, but mostly I won't do it. Okay, so okay, I hope this time the gong is not as ugly as the first video. Anyway, so here we're going to meditate for 5 minutes. Okay, so thinking about simply what is meditation for me, what I'm expecting from this, let's say, course or this path, maybe better than course, of this path, and try to develop this kind of motivation. Okay, thank you so much for listening all that. Going to meditate 5 minutes, so I leave you in peace for 5 minutes. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much to meditate with me, and really, really, really deeply appreciate that people joining and meditate. That's very, very nice. Thank you so much. Okay, so now you have it. You have why you want to meditate, why you going to follow this path. So this is very important. You always have to keep this in mind. Sometimes life a little bit, as I said before, like you get too far from the ray of sun and you become like cold and everything. So you have to come closer. And what will bring you closer to the sun or back to the ray of sun, that will be this meditation, this motivation we did today, like to, let's say, mm, discover slowly, day by day, step by step, step, point by point, this way of focusing. Okay, focusing this extraordinary energy of this sun, the inner sun. Now we talk about the inner sun, and you will see, you will discover, and this is why I really insist right from the beginning to be humble, to be modest. Remember, isn't it Dalai Lama? When you reach his level, you can say proudly, "I don't know anything." So until that, just keep quiet. Okay, so a little bit joking. Okay, so thank you so much. And if you want to share your motivation, why you meditate, or what you expect from this path and everything, what you want to transform in your life, if you think that could help you to share, because nowadays it's very common to share and to express things. It's nice. I think it's good to express things. It's okay. If you want to do it publicly, you can definitely do on the comment section below. Or if you want to write an email to the channel to explain in great detail what you expect from the course and what is your motivation, everything, it's more than welcome. Okay, so this was first explanation about the external aspect of Surya Rashmi. We're going to see slowly, day by day, different kind of aspects. Okay, so it was a bit long today. I'm very sorry for that. Thank you so much to be patient and stay with me until the end. Definitely very, very appreciate. I was very afraid one will go after the 10 or 20 minutes. Now you stay for a long video. That's very, very kind. Very, very nice. Thank you so much for your patience. And I promise the other video won't be that long. Will be more about some very important focus point, and then we meditate together. We'll see if you do one meditation or two. You can tell me maybe in a comment what you prefer. And it's really up to you. This is really for you, like the sun. It's in the sky for everyone to enjoy. There is nothing, I say, uh, you have to give back to the sun. It just offer without taking anything for anyone. So that's the idea of Surya Rashmi meditation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And see you for the second step of the path, or let's say maybe step of meditation. Have a very good day and good meditation practice, everyone. Thank you so much. And see you soon. Bye bye. Namaste. Namaste.